On the 5th of November, I brought to the attention of those who follow me, and by extension, they're able to connect me to those whom they share the same networks. I brought to our attention the plight of one Nikita Sally Koyier, a Form 4 student of Alliance Girls, who got into a medical situation that was a bit challenging, and she had been admitted in the ICU Aga Khan for quite a while and was scheduled to stay there for quite a bit longer. We were looking at trying to raise a fee of 10.9 million to be able to clear the medical bills. And we appealed to Kenyans of goodwill. We appealed to you. We asked you, first of all, to pray. We asked you to send messages of encouragement. We asked you to be able to give as per your ability, and you did. And for that, I'll just like to say thank you. Interacting with the father, Mr. Koyier, he told me he received messages from as far as Rome, people he did not know, and people just encouraging him, telling him they are praying, people sending in their contributions from far and wide. He told me he received messages from people as far as the US, Germany, and different parts of the world, some of whom were not even Kenyans. They just heard the story and they felt moved by it to be able to stand with his family. And he was encouraged. The prayers really encouraged. And after that period, we were very excited about the developments, because finally the doctors were able to pinpoint what was ailing the girl. And they had diagnosed her to have a situation called autoimmune. This is a situation where the body fights itself. The body views itself as an antibody. And they were able to narrow down on the particular bacteria they felt was causing this. And they were beginning the process of now having proper medication that was geared towards that which they had now concluded to be the cause of her challenges. Unfortunately, not too long after, Nikita was able to develop some complications. There was some infection that, arose from an infection through the tube, because she was actually having a lot of tubes through her body to help her breathe, feed. So an infection around that led to some complications, and unfortunately suffered a heart attack and eventually died, because now her immune system was low. The body was not able to fight the infection hard enough, and unfortunately she succumbed to that bout of attack. Of course, the father was devastated. Family members are devastated. The brother was thoroughly devastated. People who were close to Nikita were and still are thoroughly devastated. A lot of people have questioned God, because people prayed, people fasted, people sent messages that they were holding on in prayer. And many are asking questions. Did God fail us? Did God fail to hear our prayer? Some are asking, is there something sinister? Some are asking, what are we supposed to read out of this? Is there hope in this matter? But in all this situation, I am convinced that nothing is beyond the grasp of God. Though we grapple with questions we may not have answers to, at the end of the day, with time, God is able to unravel things bit by bit. And I felt it would be nice to just come and say, this is what has happened, and to just give an overview of what happened. Guys gave, and God moved in a very interesting way, because as the givings were growing bit by bit, though we still had a big margin to cover, somebody touched by this story was able to share with some contacts within NHIF, and to the surprise of the family, they were able to come in and they cleared the entire remaining balance of the hospital fee. I mean, that was just a miracle to the family, a miracle to us. And it excited a lot of us when we heard that God was able to move in that particular way. And even after that, people have come together to try and support the family, even towards the burial arrangements and the kind of costs that are incurred in the process. People have tried the way they can to support the family. And now we are approaching the home stretch. On the 28th of November, Wednesday, at 10:30 a.m., Nikita Sally Koyier will have her memorial service at Sitam Valley Road, just to remember her life as we prepare to lay her to rest on the 30th, which is a Friday of November, in their home in Kindu Bay. The humble plea that I have, one, the family is deeply grateful for the support, grateful for the prayers, grateful for the giving, grateful for the messages of condolences and the encouragement messages that came in. And in this final stretch, my humble prayer is we continue to pray for the family, because they really need the strength to be able to go through this, and to pray for the larger family of believers to just be able to continue believing and trusting in this process, and to pray that that which has been displayed, because the guys who didn't even know Nikita, people didn't care. People didn't ask, ni wa kabila gani? People didn't ask, ni wa kina nani? People didn't ask, baba yake ni nani? As in, Kenyans just displayed a compassion that is beyond my personal comprehension. And I believe we are a beautiful people when we are able to just search and see the unique things that we are able to do. And that really touched me and really touched the family. And the father was saying, man, if only we can all move in this way, break every barrier, every yoke, every division, every separation, we can really, really make this nation a great place. And indeed, we thank you. So my humble request once again is to pray for this family continually now and even after the burial ceremony. I would like to urge you to send in messages of encouragement. You can send in your comments here, send in your messages. You can send the father messages, and probably just to remind you of his number. His number is, just to be clear about it, 0722 436 059. 436 059. Remember, the service, Wednesday, 28th of November, 10:30 a.m. at Sitam Valley Road. If you can make it, karibu sana. If not, send in your word of encouragement, send in your prayer, stand with the family. But on behalf of this dear family and the entire family of Alliance Girls, I'd like just to say thank you for coming forth to support Nikita Sally Koyier. God bless you.